Why is it said that a hero's destiny is written with loneliness? Just look at the love stories in Marvel and you'll understand everything. First, let's talk about Tony Stark and Pepper Potts. Their love story was almost perfect. That iconic hug surrounded by billions of dollars worth of fireworks, standing by each other during every difficult moment. A love that stayed strong until death itself. On one side was Tony Stark, the biggest playboy in the world. But when he truly fell in love, he chose one woman over everything else. Then Morgan was born, and their little family finally felt complete. But the weight of responsibility never allowed Tony to live peacefully. The memories of everyone Thanos had erased kept haunting him, and in the end, Tony once again chose to fight for the world. Pepper understood his heart better than anyone, which is why she wore the armor herself and fought beside him shoulder to shoulder. Honestly, a love like that is rare. But when everything ended, Pepper could only watch the man she loved dying in front of her, with nothing left except heartbreak. Just as tragic was the story of Vision and Scarlet Witch. Both of their powers were connected to the Mind Stone, and maybe that's why they grew so close. But when Thanos arrived on Earth for the Infinity Stones, Wanda had to do the impossible. She killed the person she loved most with her own hands just to save the universe. Imagine being forced to destroy the one person you can't live without. But the pain didn't stop there. Using the Time Stone, Thanos reversed everything, and Vision died all over again right in front of Wanda's eyes. That wasn't just defeat, it was emotional destruction. And even after death, Vision still wasn't allowed to rest. Humans began experimenting on his body, and that was the moment Wanda completely broke inside. Her pain and anger became so overwhelming that she almost decided if the world wouldn't let her live in peace, then maybe the world itself didn't deserve to exist. Now let's talk about Thor and Jane Foster. On one side was the Prince of Asgard, and on the other, a brilliant scientist from Earth. Their relationship felt like something straight out of a fairy tale, but time pulled them apart. When they finally met again, Jane had become the mighty Thor by wielding Mjolnir. Together they fought Gore the God Butcher, but in the end, the difference between a god and a human became impossible to ignore. While battling cancer, Jane slowly lost her strength and eventually died in Thor's arms. At that moment, Thor lost the greatest emotional support of his life. Spider-Man also knows what it feels like to lose love. Peter and Gwen fell in love after Spider-Man saved her life, but happiness never lasted long. During the battle with Green Goblin, Gwen fell from a great height. Peter tried everything to save her, but he was 1 second too late. The hero who could save the world couldn't save the person he loved most. Even today, Gwen's death remains one of the most heartbreaking moments for Marvel fans. That's why in Spider-Man: No Way Home, when Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man saves MJ, it almost feels like he finally healed a small part of his old pain. But maybe the most incomplete love story belongs to Doctor Strange, a man who was once the world's greatest surgeon and later became one of the most powerful heroes alive. Yet he still couldn't win back the woman he loved. In the end, it became that painful reality many people understand too well. The woman he loved ended up marrying someone else.